Right guys, okay, so this is what we're doing in this lesson. And what's nice about this is this kind of effect here, yeah? So we've got one picture on top of another, and we can see the strawberries here, we can see the blueberries here. Okay, so this is quite a nice effect. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so discard all of that. Right, okay, so we've got these two starting images. Yes, we've got our blueberries and strawberries, and what's important is that we've got these cursive fonts, yeah? Now, I've given you these, there's about 35 of them, and you just need to select them, and you just need to double click, and then it will say install. I've already installed them, so I'm not going to do this. But you will just click install, and then you will see in your fonts, in my fonts, you will see that you have all of those fonts available for you. Right, okay, so install your fonts, and then we're ready to get started. So I'm going to open this with GIMP. That's my blueberries. I'll convert that. And then the strawberries as well. I'll open that with GIMP. Okay, and we can see now, yes, we've got these two images up here. Right, okay, so where to start? Well, I've got my strawberries, so let's, down here, let's click and drag over here with the mouse button still down here, and drop your strawberries. Okay, so now we've got our strawberries here, which just has one layer, but here we've got our strawberries, which has two layers. Okay, and what we can do, I think, yes, we can get rid of that first one. So now we've got one image, but we've got two layers to it, yeah? And if I want to hide this, I can see my blueberries, and so on. Then I can change the order of the layers. I can have my blueberries on top of my strawberries, and then if I hide my blueberries, I've got my strawberries. Right, let me zoom out a little bit. Okay, so we've got this yellow rectangle. Now that's not the best, so let's go ahead and get rid of that. Layer to image size. Okay, fine. All right, and that's quite nice. So now these both seem to be the same size. Yeah. So that's handy. Our strawberries is this size, and our blueberries is also this size. Now, I'm going to have my strawberries on top. It doesn't really matter if you want your strawberries on top or whatever. It just matters. It will change a little bit what you get here. So I've got my strawberries on top. What's important is that I right-click. We need an alpha channel. Now, I'll add this later, okay? I'll show you a little bit later why this is important. Right, okay, so we want some text going across the middle here. So we need our text tool. Now, before we do that, let's check that our settings are okay. We've installed some fonts, so we need to check that GIMP can see those fonts. So go to here, and then go Settings. And then down here, you need to click on folders, and then fonts. It should only have one item. Okay, so if you have other items, delete it. And you need to find your location. Now, the way to do this, and listen carefully because this is important. So I'm going to go to my font book. I'm going to go to My Fonts. I'm going to click on any font I want. I'm going to right click, and I'm going to click Show in Finder. Okay, and it tells me the location of these fonts. And these are the fonts that I've installed. I installed some of them last year for another unit that I was doing. I installed some of them for Blender, which I do with year 9s. But these are some of the ones that I have given to you. So this is the location that's important. On my computer, it's users, admin, library, fonts. On your computer, it might be different. It probably will be different. You won't be running as admin. Yeah? So users, admin, library, fonts. Users, admin, library, fonts. Okay? So you need to make this address the same as the one that you see down here. Yeah? If you're struggling, just ask for help and I will come and help you. Right, when you've got that, we can press OK there. We've got these fonts available to us. So we can use this font book to help us investigate which font we want to use. We can double click on it, we can click here and it will give us a sample sentence. We can make it bigger. So I'm going to use, which one? Okay, I've not used it before. I want a cursive font, and this is not cursive. What I mean by cursive is they join up. Okay, and this one doesn't join up. This one joins up a little bit. Yes, this one is fairly cursive. All of this is joined up together apart from the S. Yeah, but we can fix that. Okay, all right, fine. I'll use lobster. So I'm going to go over here to my text tool. Click on that. Click here. So what was it called? L-O-B, lobster, and it auto-completes. Now, you need to be careful because if you type lowercase l, it doesn't auto-complete. So L-O-B at lobster. There we go. Right. And the word that I want is healthy. Yeah. Now I need to hold down Shift and I need to select all of my letters because my letters are too big. Maybe you will see that yours are too small. Doesn't matter. We just need to change the size. Okay, I'm going to change the size to about 500. And I need to see it better. At the moment, the text is black. So I'm going to change that. I'm going to change that to, yeah, I'm going to change it to exactly white. There we go. Right. Now, this is all cursive. This is all joined up. But here, the H is not joined up. And I don't like that. So, what I'm going to do, wait, why's my font changed? Lobster. Oh, it's changed again. Okay, so I'll type one letter and then I'll change the font. Okay, there we go. And I'll change the text color to white. Okay, very good. So I'm going to have a big H. Now I'm going to have a new text box. I don't know why it's changed that font, but it doesn't matter because I'm about to change it anyway. Lobster, there we go. And I'm going to change this to about size 600. And again, I'm going to change the color to exactly white. Yeah? Right, now that I've done that, I can move this so that, there's now no gap here. Okay, that looks nice. Now, this is off the screen and this isn't touching the screen, so I need to fix that. So what I'm going to do, over here I've got two objects. I'm going to select both of them. Actually, no, I'm going to click on this. I'm going to right click, merge down. Okay, and that now makes one object. And I'm going to rename this. How do I rename it? H-E-H. Oh yeah, I can't spell today. Healthy, there we go. And while I'm here, I'm going to rename this strawberries. And I'm going to rename this blueberries. And I'm going to go back and fix this because I can't spell. There we go. Right, okay, so we've got 3 objects. Now, I want to move this object here. So, very easy, just select it and just move it, yeah? Now that's touching the edge. Okay, there we go. And this, if I want to scale it, I can just use my scale tool, and then I can make it bigger or I can make it smaller. Okay, there we go, perfect. So that's right on the edge. Let me double check that. Yeah, good, that's right on the edge there. And that's on the edge there. Good. Now, the cool bit. The cool bit now, so onto our strawberries layer, I want to delete the strawberries and I want to see the blueberries underneath it. So, how do we do that? So we do that with our erase tool. Yeah? So I've got my erase tool. I've set the hardness here to 100. And I've set my size to also to about 100, yeah, 130. And the rest of this I've just left alone. And what I'm going to do, let me zoom in a little bit. I'm going to erase here, and hopefully it's going to show the blueberries underneath. Okay, so it doesn't show the blueberries underneath. Well, why is that? And it's to do with this strawberries image. We need to add an alpha channel. And what an alpha channel is, it means that we can see through it. If we don't have an alpha channel, we can't see through it. So let's add that, and let's try again. There we go. We can now see our blueberries. Yeah. And nice and carefully to start with. Okay, I'm going to erase this. If I want my brush a little bit smaller, I can make it a bit smaller. Okay, this looks cool. Good. Nice and careful. Wait. If you make a mistake, you can just Control Z to undo. Good, good, good. And to do all of this as well, and this is blueberries. So nice and careful to start. Good. Let's go over here. Okay, then when we've done the tricky bits, then we can just increase our size. Wait, probably not that big. Increase our size, nice and big. And go through the rest of the image. There we go. Okay, I think we are pretty much done. Yeah? You could have this text higher up, you could have it lower down, doesn't really matter, it's up to you, yes? You can have any font that you want. And then when we've done that, we can file, what do? We do file export. Finished. I really can't type today. Finished. Yes, and I want to save it as a JPEG, so that's fine. This will go into the same folder. Let me export that. Export. And here it is. Yeah, and that looks quite nice. Yeah, that's quite a cool effect. Yeah. Okay, so what I've given you some stretch tasks. Lesson 4. Okay, so we've done this one together. Yeah. Now you've got these two. yeah, so which is kind of active and jigsaw. You can come up with whatever text you want. I've just picked the word healthy. For here, you can pick any word. And here, yes, urban and country, and here day and night. So you can use the same effect for those and have some fun and try that. Add those to your portfolio, and I'll see you in the next lesson. All right, guys, bye for now.